Get some help, says the guy who's obsessed with playing baseball practice in Persona 5. I don't think my chat realizes, like, how little I've played baseball in Persona 5. Like, they say, like, you play it too much. That's probably because people in chat played it, like, once or twice and then stopped. And instead, I played it, like, 5 or 6 times.
Nice.
Like, I'm pretty sure, like, there are definitely more Persona streams where I did not bat at all compared to how many times I batted total.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I have no idea.
Wow, if you were a good friend, you'd watch my Persona streams?
I don't know anything about Persona.
Yeah, it's fair. I don't expect you. I don't expect the people who actually watch me because they like Persona or me to... Why is there a monster house in this level?
Oh, that is crazy.
I have nothing that can get me out of this situation.
What in the world? Do you just, like, die?
Yeah, probably.
That is insane.
Dude, I hate the underground cave. I actually forgot how terrible it was. I don't know how I didn't notice. Oh, Dark Pulse just hits all around you, huh? That's really nice that you have that move. Must be nice. Bulbasaur, is there a reason you're not Razor Leafing? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, cool. Yeah, go for the Sandvale mod. Good plan. Good plan. I forgot that Thrash works like that in this game. Yeah, I'm just gonna die here. Yep, there it is.
That sucks.
Chaos, don't die? What do you mean don't die? What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, that is insane. How do you not? So what do you even do then?
Do you think they're gonna announce PS5? I thought I said Persona. I keep wanting to say Persona when I see PS. The PS5 since Sony wanted to E3 next year? Absolutely. There's like no other reason. It's like the original PS4 came out in what, 2014? The average life cycle of the consoles is 6 years. It's gonna be announced in 2019. It's gonna come out in 2020. Like, I have no doubt of this.
I'm gonna hate that. It's really dumb.
Why?
Because I don't think there's a reason to make a PS5, in my opinion.
I don't understand what you mean.
I don't think I can't imagine what type of advancements that they have made.
Just like better graphics.
Require another console. Better
graphics cards and like battery like systems and setups and ways to do it. There's absolutely a reason to. Like, why do you think they came out with the PS4 Pro after the PS4 had been out for like 4 years? Or 3 years?
Well, I didn't really think that was necessary either. What?
The PS4 Pro is like, it works better and smoother and better resolution than the PS4.
I don't know. I'm just one of those people.
I guarantee you, like, they're not doing it for a cash grab. They're not doing it just to get people to buy stuff. It's going to be like, for like, I don't know, maybe like the average person who doesn't pay as much attention. Like, I'm not trying to say you're dumb or anything.
Yeah. No,
I'm just saying that you don't pay attention to like the specs and all that as much as like some of the other people who do, like me and RTK. But like, I guarantee you, it is going to, in some way, like, it'll be an improvement. It might not be a massive, it's not going to be like PlayStation to PlayStation 3 or something like that. It's not going to be anything crazy like that, because they definitely haven't made any kind of leaps and bounds in that respect. But like, it will definitely be a better...
It's not even going to look that much different than...
Well, I mean, like...
It'd be really dumb to fork out, like $400, $400 for a new system.
I mean, you can just not buy it.
I mean, I probably won't until they start coming out with games that force me to buy it. That's usually how consoles work. But
that's fair.
I'm still gonna hate it.
I'm gonna love it because they're not gonna be stupid like Xbox and say like, hey, this is the PlayStation 1 X4 924 or whatever.
Well, no, because PlayStation was smart and was just like, hey, we can just keep naming them the same thing and adding one number, like a normal thing.
Yeah, instead of going Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox One X.
Yeah, they don't need to try that. They don't need to come up with a new name for every console like Nintendo. They just add a number. Easy business.
Wait a minute, are you set to Razor Leaf? No, you've got all your moves. Why do you keep spamming Razor Leaf? Oh, there you go, now you use Tackle. Get me out of this dungeon, I hate it. Oh,
so, what happened to you, like a random thing, or you just need to, like, not walk that way?
This is a roguelike. It's randomized every single time.
Gotcha.
But yes, it was just an entirely random thing that I didn't think happened this early in the game. I thought that it was later in the game. That was even possible. Oh, okay. But I guess this is the part where it's now possible.
Like, listen.
I think PlayStation is the best console. There's no doubt about that. I don't think, well, I do think Xbox is pretty bad. But I don't think, like, the Switch, I have a Switch. I love my Switch. It's a good thing. You idiots! I'm so mad. This stupid Turtwig just razor leafed at a sleeping Pokemon and missed. Oh, you're watching. He's missed 3 in a row, and I just missed 1. Can this please stop? And now I'm cringing. Dude, I hate this dungeon. This is, like, the worst one in the game. You get out of here. Oh, I can't use items when I'm cringing. I did not know that. I'm probably about to die again. No, I'm still good for now. I'm so mad because I'm gonna lose here because the Turtwig is a freaking idiot. Yep, there it is. There was absolutely no reason for that to happen. The Turtwig just decided to be a complete and utter idiot for no reason. Let's attack the sleeping Pokemon that has Sandvale and get it to wake up and attack us for no reason when we can just walk by it. Oh, I hate this dungeon. It's so bad. This is actually probably the worst dungeon in the main story.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad.
Really, it's just like, take Sandstorm out of the game and it's not nearly as bad, because then, like, you don't have to deal with Sandvale and all the other garbage.
Yeah, because you're, like, missing, like, all your attacks.
Yeah, and Sandslash spawns so often. It's terrible. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, I do think Xbox is bad, but, like, the Switch is a good console. I have issues with it, but it's good. The PS4 is great. I love it. And, yeah. But the point I'm trying to get to is that, I'm gonna buy the PS5 as soon as it releases, undoubtedly. I don't think I don't, like, go to people and say, like, you need to buy it right now. Unless, like, a game like Spider-Man comes out, and then I'm like, yo, like, buy it, though.
I will say, I heard some sort of rumors that potentially a Bloodborne 2 could happen, and that the timeline could make it to where it would come out alongside of, like, a PS5 initial release.
So, I mean, like...
That would make me, like, heavily consider.
I think that, Sony does a lot better than Nintendo with releasing stuff with their console, don't they? I don't know the history of it, but I think they do.
Maybe. I don't know. Did the PS4 launch with, like, no, Uncharted was later, wasn't it?
I don't remember. You'd have to Google it.
I'm gonna have to look stuff.
Try not to talk when you're Googling stuff, by the way, because you die. No problem. I hate this dungeon. Get me out of here. What time is it? All right, I still got about 45 minutes before I gotta stop and get to work. Anyways, like, I will definitely say, like, you need to get a PS5 eventually, but I won't say, like, buy it day of release unless you want to. You know, if someone's like, hey, I'm looking to buy a console, and PS5 is, like, confirmed to release in, like, 3 months, I'd be like, definitely wait and buy it day of release. But if you, like, someone is not in the market for a console at the time and all that, I'm not going to go around saying, like, drop everything, buy this.
Okay. So, PS4 did not have great launch titles at all.
Read them to me.
Well, your main ones would be, like, Assassin's Creed 4.
That's really good.
Call of Duty Ghosts. Stuff like that was also available on, like, everything, I think, when it came out.
Yeah, of course.
Like FIFA. Its main draw, I think, for its own exclusive titles were Knack and Killzone.
Knack was actually a pretty good game. I don't know about Killzone.
I don't know that that's, like, a system seller, though.
Well, I think it's... You gotta look at Sony and Xbox, even, differently than Nintendo. Nintendo's launch titles have to be, like, specifically Nintendo, because that's why you're buying a Nintendo console. You don't necessarily have to have a lot of exclusive with Sony to have a good launch date. You just have to have good games available for it.
Yeah. Actually, I see Battlefield 4 as well. I remember that being a big deal.
Yeah, Battlefield 4 was a big deal. And then Battlefield 5, like, ruined everything, apparently?
Yeah, I think so. So maybe Battlefield 4 was, like, the biggest thing, and then I don't know how long it took for bigger games to come out.
I mean, like, I'm gonna be honest.
I don't research right now.
I don't know what you consider, like, a good console release to be, like, what it has to be, but you named, like, 5 good games, and, like, 2 of them were exclusives, I think. That's a pretty good launch to me. I mean, what do you expect them to release, like, 10 exclusives
I guess I'm just
on the
thinking
same day?
I would,
because, like, none of them, nothing does that. I think. Like, what console has ever released with more than, like, 5 good things at once? Because, like, when I think of a bad release, I think of...
I need at least, like, one, like, really good thing that would make me want to, like...
Well, you see, the
buy
thing
the
is,
console. And I guess it just there's not a lot of consoles that release with that.
Well, no. I think there is. I just think it wasn't for you. Because like Battlefield 4, I'm sure there were plenty of people who were like Battlefield 4. I'm in.
Well, yeah, but I don't know.
But like, I guess
it is more of
like
personal. Because,
yeah,
like,
it absolutely is personal. But I'm just like trying to look at it in an objective standpoint. They had some really good games at launch.
yeah,
and I'm saying this. I'm saying that
if the PlayStation 5 is like a similar launch to that, then no, I'm not buying it when it comes out.
That's totally fair. I agree. I'm not saying you need to buy a day of. Like I said, I'm just saying like eventually you should get it. Because eventually it will have stuff for you, and it's like gonna probably be the best console again. But like the stuff that you listed off, I wouldn't play any. I don't think I play any of those games. But also at the same time, I can look at it and be like, yeah, it's a pretty good release. They released a lot of games that a lot of people will find popular. That's really good for release. And then, you know, probably within the first year or year and a half, they're going to release tons of other games, and probably like a handful of them are going to apply to me.
Yeah. I would just have to specifically wait until I know that a game that I care about is coming out.
Totally agree. I totally agree. But also, I'm so mad. Every single time I see a Sand Slash, I actually just wish I was dead. And the stupid sandstorm makes it nearly impossible to get HP back. Where is the stairs? Please. Get me out of here. Oh my goodness, he's standing on it and there's... Slyro, can you actually just kill me?
I mean, no. Oh my gosh.
Oh, thank goodness he hit it and killed it. Get me out of... Please tell me this is the last floor. I think it is. Oh, thank the Lord.
I was like, yeah, you definitely need to be...
Oh.
You need to get out of this place. This place is awful.
It was terrible. Before I talk this cutscene, I wanted to say something else. Like I said, I think that PS4 launch is good. When I think of a bad game launch, I think of like the Wii U, where it had like Mario and nothing, basically. And then like the Switch didn't even have a good launch. It had like Breath of the Wild and then nothing. So I understand.
Breath of the Wild, at least, like I understand of like, sure, you can buy it just for that.
That's what I'm saying though. But the thing is that's our perspective, and I think there are some people who are like, I'll buy the PS4 for Battlefield 4. So that's why I think PS4 just had more games that fit that niche.
I didn't even see that it said Battlefield 4 the first time I saw it, but yeah.
And then there are people like, I'm not a Black Ops fan or a Call of Duty fan, but there are people who are just like into Call of Duty, and they're like, I just want to play the new Call of Duty game. PS4 is the best thing to do it on.
You're not wrong, but Call of Duty Ghosts, I feel like might be one of the least popular Call of Duty.
It was probably one of the bad ones. I don't know that I have. It was probably one of the bad ones, but I mean, like, that's not Sony's fault. They were just putting up. They were just putting... No. They were like, Black Ops. Everyone always likes Black Ops. That's going to be one of our launch titles. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like anytime Call of Duty goes outside of their Black Ops series or their Modern Warfare series, I don't know how
I don't follow
well they do.
I don't follow Call of Duty, so I would know. But what I'm saying is basically what I'm getting at is a good console release for me is like, even if it's not specifically for me, because you're never going to please everyone. But if you've got like 4 or 5 games, even if they're not exclusives, if you just have like 4 or 5 games that are like, these are good games, a lot of people are going to want to play these, then that's a good console release. As opposed to like, and I don't want to badger on Nintendo, but it's like the biggest culprit of this, where it's like, we released a new Zelda. We'll see you in 8 months for the Mario.
Yeah, I really wish that Nintendo came out with games a little bit more frequently.
Literally all they had to do
They have a bunch of franchises to do it with, and they just don't.
Yeah, literally all they had to do was Breath of the Wild and Odyssey. Those are two such like big, amazing, and those spread out so much better than like other games do. Literally, that's all you need. Because then the thing is when you look at it, it's like you buy a Switch. When you buy a Switch when it first came out, you're buying it for Breath of the Wild. You literally just bought a Breath of the Wild machine, basically. Unless you're one of the people who was like, I love walking around and playing the Galaga game that was also put in the eShop or whatever. But it's like, if you just release Odyssey, at least there's some variety of like, there's a big game basically everyone is gonna like that you can play. But instead it's like, you better like Breath of the Wild, and if you don't, well, you're wrong. Buy a Switch in like a year.
Yeah, and that's basically why I waited to buy a Switch.
Yeah, and
I waited until I knew a release date for
That's
Smash,
totally
and I was
fair.
Like, oh, I'm gonna buy it.
That's totally fair. I agree. I'm not saying people have to buy things at day of release. I didn't buy my Switch day of release. I bought it like 3 months after. That was mostly because I didn't realize how much it was selling out and I didn't pre-order one, but
yeah, I mean, there was definitely a lot of reason to think that the Switch like could fail.
Yeah, I mean, after the Wii U, everyone was cynical.
Yeah.
All right, let me
especially since they're fixed, because I always felt like the main problem with the Wii U is they like just weren't coming out with games for it. at all. And I was
Absolutely.
like, a new console isn't going to fix that. A new console isn't going to fix that unless you also make games for it.
The Switch is absolutely a better console, but it did like have Breath of the Wild and then Odyssey like within a few months.
Yeah.
So like,
I
and
mean,
now it has
on
good
Wii
stuff.
U as well, so it's like.
Yeah, but like no one owned a Wii U.
I know. But maybe if they like came out with something like that earlier, then different.
Yeah, see, look at all these people in
I kinda
chat
prefer the
saying
way
like,
that it went.
like Zoltron said he has PS4 for Infamous, Alchemy Rose only got it for Digimon games. Like, see, that's what I expect. So you can't. Basically, what I'm saying is, I don't think you can base a console's release being good on if it had games you personally liked. I mean, you can say that you didn't like it because of that, but you can't be like objectively it was not a good release because there are no games I enjoy.
Objectively, if it's being released with games that you can also get for like every other console, like there needs to be a reason for you to get that.
Again, I think that this doesn't have to do with you, and it's more like a me and RTK thing. A PS4 is going to play those games better than if you buy it on a PS3 or a 360 or whatever. And also the Xbox One, I don't know if it came out before or after PS4 or at the same time.
I don't remember
I don't remember the exact timeline, but the Xbox One, if you were looking like, well, why don't I get this instead because exclusives, you'd look at it and be like, the interface is horrible compared to the PS4. So that's the reason, that's the reason why you would go PS4 over it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But anyways, again, I'm not saying, like, you should have bought PS4 day of release or anything. If it's got nothing for you, then definitely don't. But I'm just saying, like, in terms of looking at, like, trying to figure out what makes a release good, you have to look at those factors. Are you there? You died.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Oh, I thought I heard you say something, but it was just like,
no.
It's all good. Your net and all has been, it's only been like a couple of times. It's been better than I thought it would be, honestly, so that's good.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm not looking up stuff anymore, so I should be okay.
How dare you try and do anything else while streaming with me?
Trying to do research, so I at least have a somewhat of idea of what we're talking about when someone brings something up.
That's fair. All right, I need to read this. This is...
Go for it.
Thank you for your permission. If you had said no, I don't know what I would have done. Fantastic. I didn't expect to see this. This huge lake sprawling underground. Yo, both of my Pokemon have bite for this fight. That's so good. Look, something is glowing way over there. That light. I'm sure I've seen it before. That's it. I've got it now. It's the same kind of light that we saw at Fogbound Lake. That means that light could be coming from a time gear. We need to get a closer look at it, Solo. Oh no, everything is dark. Ah, it went dark. And then cue the Persona 5 DLC trailer. Wait, what? Who are you? Ah, who said that? Why? Why did you come here? Why? We just came to look for a time gear. Stay away from the time gear. If you won't leave the time gear alone, I'll stop you. Hey, Mesprit, how's it going? Who are you? I'm Mesprit. Here at the deep underground lake, I protect the time gear. Protect the time gear? I won't allow you to disturb the time gear. Get ready. Oh, well, no time to talk. Sly, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, it just got very quiet. I was worried.
Sorry, I was like just letting you do your.
Yeah, that's
stuff.
fair. It was just like eerily quiet, is all.
There aren't anybody screaming outside for you to listen to.
Ah, thank goodness. I was about to say something. What was it? Oh yeah, Ash just said like Microsoft exclusive, and then Sony exclusive. Also, we don't allow crossplay. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm totally fine with Sony not doing like any crossplay stuff at all, because I'm like, they're the best console. They deserve it. Force other people to buy PlayStations so that we can all just be PlayStation Master Race.
Yeah.
It's probably like a really I understand it too, and I take the really like dick stance on it. Like, Sony deserves it because they're great, because I love Sony's consoles. But also at the same time, I'm like, every time I ever talk to someone, like specifically RTK, and they're like, oh, I have an Xbox instead. I'm like, that incredibly sucks. Buy a PlayStation 4. They have better exclusives, and also then we can play games together.
Yeah. But I think, and also, like, the main ones that, like, I hear the most complaints about, like, I think they changed it. I think they ended up letting crossplay for Fortnite.
Yeah,
like, that's a free game. You shouldn't have to buy a console to play a free game with your friends.
You should also just, like, not play Fortnite.
Right, but I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I
Is it gonna
understand,
be like a free game or like an indie game or something like that? Like something very small. Like I don't understand why you need to restrict crossplay for that. I don't know. Like if you want someone to play like Call of Duty
says,
and like something like like a big seller like that, like sure, but like I don't know.
Monroe says that FF14, which is an MMO, PS4 is crossplay with PC, which is good.
Okay, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, but I'm like, when people are just like, let me crossplay like insert big game that is both on Xbox and PS4, I'm like, no, like be smarter and buy a PlayStation next time. Like, you're just asking.
Like the main thing I could think
Sony,
of would be like
Sony,
a Call of Duty type
Sony
thing.
has like, there are two things, and this isn't just for Sony, this is for consoles in general. There are two things that you do, or three things really, to get people to buy your console over someone else's. Number one, the interface, which Sony does better than Microsoft in my eyes. Number two, the exclusives, which again, Sony does better than Microsoft. Number three, which is something that Sony and Microsoft cannot control, is what your friends have, because you want to play multiplayer stuff with them. So, like, I totally see it. I understand the point of, like, just let me play with Xbox people, but I totally see from, like, the business standpoint of PlayStation being like, no, because then we give people reason to buy Xbox instead of PlayStation, and we're basically just being like, yeah, give away sales. It makes no sense at all.
And especially now that, like, you gotta pay for, like, the online service and everything like that, so if you're paying for online on
Xbox,
4,
you're like, not only...
you're giving Sony your money, not Microsoft.
Yeah, not only are you like not buying a PlayStation, which it does. I'm gonna say it costs Microsoft like $300. It doesn't really, but you know what I mean. It's $300 that Sony doesn't make because you chose Xbox instead. You're also like choosing to give Microsoft $60 a month instead of Sony. So again, they're just losing out on money because they decided to let you cross-play games instead of being like no. So like, I can understand.
That's why, like, I do understand, especially for the bigger games. I think very cheap, like, indie games or free-to-play games, like,
that you can crossplay. Ashtus just said
I think there should be a little bit more crossplay.
He says,
but I think there is a little bit. I think they started to change on some of that.
Ashtus says that he thinks Minecraft lets crossplay through PlayStation.
See, that makes sense.
Stuff,
like that's a game that's like you should not crossplay on that.
Yeah, small stuff like that, absolutely. You got it. Like the new Call of Duty comes out, like no, absolutely, we're not going to let you crossplay with Xbox. Go buy a PlayStation. Yeah.
Like I definitely understand that.
Yeah, I understand it entirely. But anyways, we've talked about so much stuff that isn't Pokemon today. we had a good Pokemon chat in the middle there. All of my friends got Xbox. Now I have no more friends. That is the right reaction.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it goes. I came for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. All I see is two friends having a conversation about what companies do right and wrong. I mean, like, to be fair, what else am I really... Until a cutscene comes up, what else do you really expect me to talk about in Pokemon? Like... It's a pretty mindless game, like, and it's fun, but it's not like super strategic or anything.
Yeah, and nobody's like brought up like a conversation topic of like, oh, what about this Pokemon thing you could talk about? So
also, like, there's nothing has happened in the game to talk about, especially because I've beaten the game before. So like, there's not even any speculating about what's happening in the game because I just know what's gonna happen, as do most people here because this game came out in like 2009. But I can't let you take the time gear. Will you please listen? We didn't come here to steal your time gear, really. Don't lie to me. Yuxi used his telepathy to tell me what happened. I know that the time gear from Fogbound Lake was stolen. That means everyone in the world is a thief until they show me otherwise. What?
Nice.
You heard it from Yuxi. That was your doing, wasn't it? No, we didn't do it. Then who's responsible? That would probably be me. Yo, best character on screen. Let's go. Who are you? Grovyle? That's Grovyle. I must apologize, but I will be taking that time gear. Oh my goodness, we just got O-code. Stand aside. I won't. I won't let you take the time gear. I have no choice then. Oh, well, yep, Grovyle doesn't care if you're a legendary. That means nothing to him. Mesprit! You lost that fight. You sustained serious damage. So don't push it. You're not getting by us. Yeah, this is totally gonna work. We won't let you take the time gear. Alright. Sorry for this. Boom! O-code again. Ah, he's so fast. Forgive me. I have no quarrel with any of you. but I'm taking that time gear. He is also an Olympic swimmer. You may not have known.
Why is Grovyle the most like overpowered Pokemon right now?
Because he's amazing. He's also like level 46, I think. And I'm like level 23. The time gear. That thief is taking it.